Trinity! Help!
You look great.
Thanks. I just got back watching the new Matrix movie. We saw one nostalgia-filled movie, and now we saw another. Handled differently, but the same outcome happened. We walk out, we just think, Fuck! There's one question to ask yourself. Was this justified? Did this have to be made? Give yourself 5 seconds to think about it. The answer is no. It could have been something worth existing. Sprinkles of ideas, turns it could have went. It took almost all the wrong ones.
This movie had one very important thing. It had a good story that it could have followed really well. The first hour is pretty decent in this movie, but after that, you start entering the third act, climax.
Everything that I loved about the trilogy, and don't get me wrong, the trilogy has faults, especially with the sequels. Couldn't find any of that in this movie, really, you know? You get Keanu back, and he's just as dumb as ever. What? It's to the point of parody now, you know? It took me out of the movie a lot. You remember that awesome Matrix trilogy fucking soundtrack? All those cool songs? None of it's here. There, maybe the first 5 seconds in the intro, you're like, okay, cool. It kind of revs you up, and then it goes away. Like, I was expecting maybe like some Cyberpunk 2077 music, just upbeat, just crazy. And it goes for like a stupid generic blockbuster fucking score that I already forgot about.
But hey, the guy that did Morpheus, I liked him. I was completely wrong on how I thought I was gonna perceive Morpheus in this movie, and I will admit it.
Yeah, I can't believe Morpheus is probably my favorite character.
Morpheus, he had the sickest fits I've ever seen, like in a movie like that.
He brought energy and style into a movie that's fucking lacking in energy and style. And the way they kind of explain how he's back, I was down for it. I was like, cool, good enough for me. Let's see where this movie goes. And it goes just down fucking pooper, dude. Let's talk about the fights. Okay, take any fight scene from the trilogy, zoom it in 200%, slow it down by 50, and put in stupid generic shit music. There you go.
Yes, this specific idea of Matrix and how the first trilogy represented it just doesn't work anymore with these older people. Time happens, you know, things get old. Maybe you shouldn't have made the movie in the first place.
The genre-defining thing about Matrix is slow-mo. Fucking uninspired and randomly placed throughout the movie. There's only 2 scenes where the slow-mo got really interesting and cool, and that's with the architect character. It reminded me of Gunter Odin from Witcher 3. Like, that slow-mo was really cool, visually and narratively. Like, that's something new and fresh for the Matrix. That's really fucking cool. Too bad it only happens twice in the movie. I think this movie should have just not treated itself like the other Matrix movies. I think this should have been a genre shift in the Matrix. They could have made it more of a tense horror movie, because at the beginning of this movie, there's some really actually interesting just psychological warfare that Neo is going through, and they're like, oh fuck, we're still like a Matrix movie fan base, throwing some fight scenes, just throwing some slow-mo for the sake of slow-mo, and it just felt so tacked on and fucking lame. I would have respected it more if it just completely did something new.
That's true. With how much of a rinse repeat this movie felt like, even if it tapped everything and it reached all the vast potential it could have within what it tried to do, it probably still would have been like a no from us. If you do go that 180 route, you really can justify rebirthing your genre 20 years later and actually having it make sense.
God, why make it so fucking lazy, man? The style here, the green, you know, it's all gone. By trying to be fresh and stuff, they make themselves dated and generic looking.
You take one wrong step, but you're technically on the wrong path now, and you just keep teetering the whole entire way.
You can do a 100-meter dash with one leg. You can fucking give it your all, dude, but doesn't mean you should actually fucking join the race. And if you're shooting yourself in the fucking leg, appeal like old school fans making this a Matrix movie but also trying to be your own thing, you're not gonna fucking do anything in the end. You're gonna be a fucking last place loser, forgettable schlock thing, which is what this movie is, and it fucking hurts. The actors.
No one was annoying. No one took away from the movie, I'd say. For as dark as like Matrix is and can be and seem, like this movie wasn't that dark. Nobody died, and nobody really even got that hurt. Just like there's not much grit. There was never much tension to this movie. People felt untouchable in the most touchable situations. It was, that sounds weird.
I get you.
That was the kid.
Remember the first Matrix? People were just getting unplugged, dying left and right, people getting shot. Like, it lacked genuine moments where you're just like in your seat and just like, oh, like a movie moment. It's so obvious it's the final act of the movie. You're like, oh, okay, here it is. And it just turns into like a zombie movie. Like for 20 minutes, I was like watching World War Z.
Nuts.
But the actual ending happens. You're just like, oh, what the fuck, man? You did all this new movie to just end it like this? You might as well just keep the ending from the third one, dude. Like,
it's legit just letting the air out of a balloon, man.
Yeah. Dodge this.
I'm gonna give Matrix Resurrections a flat 5 out of 10. I didn't fucking hate it, but I definitely didn't like it that much. Underwhelming, kind of uninspired in the end. If any more come after this, they're gonna suck ass too, so it's kill yourself. But what are you gonna do?
3.5 out of 10 for me. The fact that it chose to be so fucking lame with itself pisses me off. I now realize the self-deprecating comments in the movie just shows a lack of confidence in the movie existing itself. Like, decided to cave into like fandom and try to recreate the Matrix instead of doing its own thing, and that pisses me off, and I think you're a fucking waste of time, and that hurts, so sorry, fuck.
That's the end of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Hope you guys get all the best presents. Hope you guys all get PS5s and OLED TVs. It's on us. Here's my credit card information. Just take anything you want, and I'll fit the bill because we're rich. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Good boy. Alright, do the review.
DMX, what'd you think of Matrix? Yeah, what about Neo? Trinity?
Let me just plug in a microchip with my fucking dick and download the knowledge I need. Cause Smith.